Well, tonight's City in Crisis Finding Solution story takes us to a neighborhood that has some people breathing a sigh of relief tonight. We were there a year ago, but boy, have things ever changed. Neighbors are just hoping it stays that way.
It's a little bit of a mess right now.
Her name is Jewel, and she knows it's a matter of time before the city of Portland moves her and her fellow campers out.
Yeah, we're going to have to move probably no later than probably the end of this week. Yeah, it holds air pretty well, I mean, for the most part.
She says she's only been to this spot, tucked behind Southeast 94th Avenue, for about a week, but knows being homeless in Portland requires the ability to adapt to change. And much has changed along Southeast 94th. You may have seen our stories in the past where RVs were lined along this street for years. Neighbors, some with small children, complained about drug use, fights, and loud parties at all hours. Many neighbors say they called the city repeatedly, pleading for help. Well, something worked, because this is Southeast 94th Avenue now. The RVs replaced by these orange water-filled traffic barriers. One neighbor who talked off camera said the street is calmer now, but the vigilance to keep it that way remains. Jewel calls the barriers a temporary solution to a permanent problem.
I guess permanency, people staying there and living outside of their RVs and trailers right there in front of their houses and making messes and stuff and fighting and all kinds of activity all throughout the night. And I guess it's good. I mean, if I was a homeowner, I would be okay with it.
Oh, I had a starter motor went out in it.
Brian Gomes has lived on this street since 1977. He tells us he was never bothered much by the homeless campers, sometimes giving them clothing, but that things are definitely quieter now.
I guess I never really noticed much of a difference in the people. I just kind of see people as people. Noise was a lot more. It was probably heavier traffic. I imagine some of the neighbors that are on the bike path area probably noticed a lot more. We had, heard stories from some of those neighbors where there was stuff stolen off their porch or water being used. But as far as the difference, yeah, maybe a little.
Down at the end of the street, Jewel says she's envisioning changes of her own. She tells me she's addicted to fentanyl, but hasn't been able to get up in time to make it to treatment.
Starting tomorrow, I'm just going to make it a goal to just get up and get there where, before 11, and then see my counselor, and then make, just every day it's just one day at a time, just struggle. Sometimes it's just, either I'm like, don't feel good, or I've slept in, or so it's just kind of a struggle, I guess.
A struggle felt by this entire neighborhood, all with the hopes of changing times, bringing calmer days. We are hoping to get some answers from the city about how long those traffic barriers will stay in place. We'll let you know what they tell us. Do you have a story to tell about our City in Crisis? Send me an email at cityincrisis@katu.com or leave me a voicemail at this number, 503-231-4206.